Hello, welcome to this week's class. We're going to start with a standing warm-up today, so have the feet hip distance apart, standing up nice and tall, and just rock forwards and back through the feet and roll the ankles in and out, and then find that stable alignment, hold them steady there. Just bend the knees slightly, drop the weight into the feet, and then allow the pelvis to tilt forwards and back. You might find it helps to hold onto the pelvis so you can feel that tilt forwards and back. And then we're going to gradually reduce the movement to come to that point right in the centre, where you're in a natural alignment of the spine. Straighten the legs from there, release the arms down and stand nice and tall. We're going to roll the shoulders back and just start to take some slow deep breaths as you go. So inhaling them up, exhaling them down. Let's change direction now. Rolls and release the shoulders down. I'm just going to look down and back to the centre, look up and centre. Do that again each way, just lengthening through the neck. Back to the centre, turn to look over one shoulder and centre, and the other side and centre, and again each way. Centre. Now we're just going to slide down to one side and back up again and the other way. And think about dropping your ear towards your shoulder as you start that movement. Nice side bend, stretching through the sides of the waist, getting some mobility into the spine. And back to the centre, and now we'll take a twist. So just let the arms flop around your body, look over your shoulder. Foot to foot, some nice easy movements, just mobilising the spine, warming the body up a little. And then come back to the centre. Just going to take a deep breath in, lift the arms up, exhale, release them down, and just add a little knee bend as you go. So inhale, reach up, and exhale, dropping down. Now I'm going to add more of a sweeping squat now. So exhale, bend the knees deeper, drop right down. And try and keep your legs as parallel as you can as you bend the knees. So you may find that your knees want to knock inwards or maybe splay out. So just try and keep an eye on them and check that the feet, the knees, the hips are all in alignment. A strong exhalation as you lower. I'll just show you from the side. So we're sitting quite far back in this squat position. And just to check that you're in the right alignment, see if you can lift your toes up as you squat back. So the weight goes quite far back. You might feel like you're going to lose your balance, but the arms reaching forward will help you. One more. And just circle the arms all the way down and back. Now I'm going to step towards the back of the mat. We've got some lunges coming up. It's going to create a lot of warmth from the legs. So if you think about two straight lines like train tracks where your feet are, so they're under the hips at the moment, step forward with the right leg and try and keep that width between the feet. Just going to bend the knee to dip that knee towards the floor. Bring the arms in front, take a breath in, and on the out breath, try and step back to where you started. Let's try the left leg now. Big lunge forward. Take your time to get into that alignment. So you want the body to stay upright and just drop that knee towards the floor. Reach the arms in front. A little bit of movement can help you to get prepared for that strong move on the out breath back to your start position. So you might feel a little bit wobbly to start with. See how you get on. Exhale, push back. So inhale, step forward. Exhale, push back. Let's try a couple more on each side. Quickly create some heat. And let's just try one more on each side for luck. Keeping those legs in parallel, body upright. And release. Just shake out the legs a little. Well done. So a lot of work in the thighs there. We'll just give them a little stretch out as part of our warm-up now. So if you take one arm out, lift the knee up, hold onto the ankle and slide the leg behind you. So keeping the knees in together, draw the leg a little further back if it will go. Stand nice and tall and use that big toe on the standing foot to really root you down and help you to lift up tall. And release. Other side, lift the knee up, hold onto the ankle, slide the leg behind you. Knees are in together. Try to get your heel towards your bottom. So again, I'll show you this from the side. So heel to bottom, and then draw the knee as far back as you can get it. Maybe even tilting the hips forward. All that is going to help really lengthen the front of the thigh. And release. And I'm going to shake out the legs. Okay, so we're going to stretch at the back of the legs as part of a roll down through the spine. So it's going to stretch all of the back of the body. So again, at the back of the mat, feet hip distance. Start with a little lean back, looking up, breathing in, and then exhale, lower your head. Soften the knees, scoop your tummy in, and slowly roll down through your spine, one vertebra at a time. Gently dropping down, so you're feeling that stretch down the back of the body, so the thighs, behind the knees, and in the lower back. And just let the arms keep out of the way, maybe fold them out of the way, or let them flop down, or maybe hold onto your legs if you're feeling like you need a bit more support today. Slowly roll them back up again. Nice and smoothly as we did on the way down. Squeeze your tummy in tightly and feel that lift and lengthening sensation in the lower back as you lift up. Let's try that again. Inhale, leaning back, and exhale, lower down. Rolling smoothly down, little bend in the knees to help everything move more smoothly. Hanging upside down, shake out the shoulders, not shake your head. Maybe have a little sway from side to side, loosening up any way you need to. In a moment we're going to bring the hands to the floor. So before we do, just circle the wrists around a little bit, wiggle the fingers, and then place the hands down. So the knees might need to bend a little bit more to get them in place. Core stays engaged. We're walking the hands forward until we find our plank position. So stop with the hands under the shoulders and the body's in a nice straight line. Try taking a couple of deep breaths here. Don't let the head drop down. Make sure you're looking just in front of your hands. Okay, we're going to lift the hips up high, walk the hands back in. Keep the pelvis as steady as you can. And then slowly roll all the way back up through the spine. Well done, let's do that again. Inhale, leaning back. And exhale, slowly rolling down. Squeeze your tummy in, stretch across the shoulder blades. Lovely stretch all the way down the back of the body. Bring the hands to the floor and slightly look forwards as you walk the hands into your plank position. So drop those hips into line. Be very careful not to let them dip too far down or lift too far up. So we're trying to find somewhere right in the center if you can. Another deep breath. And then lift the hips up as you walk the hands back in again. Slowly roll up. So we just got one more time through. Inhale, leaning back, maybe going a little deeper if that feels comfortable. Exhale, dropping down. Bringing the hands to the floor. You might find you go a little quicker each time as the spine loosens up. Once you're in your plank, you can either stay there. If you're getting tired, drop the knees to the floor. If you can stay here a little longer, let's try an extra challenge by raising one foot. But again, being really careful not to let the hips lift or drop. Other side. And slowly release all the way down onto your front. Lovely. You can just rest your head on your hands, point the toes back, relax the shoulders. I'm just going to stretch one leg up behind you and release. And the other leg, extend it back as if you're trying to touch the wall with your toes behind you. You can either try individual legs again or try them both together. One last time, either the other side or both together again. And then release. Now see if you can lift your upper body lightly away from the floor. And lower. And again lift. And lower. Now bring the hands under the shoulders. Come into Cobra. Should feel a little bit easier now with the support of your arms. You might find you've got a little bit more height there. But think about lengthening forwards rather than just coming up. And really try and squeeze those elbows into your sides. Point the toes back. Slowly release. Well done. Push up to all fours now. So bring the knees under the hips. Check your alignment here. From tabletop position. And we're just going to round the back into cat stretch, and arch into cow. Exhale as you round, inhale as you arch. Keep the core strong all the way through this movement. Okay, one more time into cat stretch, and then just start to move your hips from side to side and slowly sit back towards your heels. Once you're all the way down, reach your hands a little further forwards, release your head to the floor. Get as close to that as you can. So if you feel you need to maybe take the knees a bit wider, you might find you can drop down a little lower. Or you might want to just rest your head in your hands if you find that's a little bit too much a stretch for the back of the body. Just take another deep breath here. And then gradually lift up, lean into the hands, tuck the toes under, and lift the hips up. So we're in our downward dog position, feet are hip distance apart. Let's just start walking on the spot, so stretching heels back one at a time. Feel into the calves now, as well as the hamstrings, so all the way through the back of the legs. Getting a nice deep stretch. Maybe just roll over the toes as well on the other foot. See how that feels. Okay, just keep the feet steady now. We're going to slowly roll forwards into plank. And then push back up. Try that one more time. Rolling forwards, aligning into plank. Lift the hips up. This time we're bending the knees and draw your chest closer towards your feet if you can. So really stretch those arms overhead. The head hang loosely, maybe just nod and shake the head. And then we'll push up onto your toes and then slowly draw both heels down at the same time. Nice strong downward dog. Just take a deep breath here. And then soften the elbows and knees. Walk the feet forwards towards your hands. Let the upper body hang, just as we did earlier. Shake it all out. And then slowly start to roll up to standing. Now as you come up to the top, take your hands behind your back and extend them away. Take a breath in, little lean back, and an exhale, fold forwards. So the weight of your arms is going to give you a nice deep stretch down the back of the legs. Also getting a stretch across the chest and the front of the shoulders. If it's too much, just soften the knees a little if you need to. It's quite a strong stretch there, so you might prefer to just rest your body over your thighs a little with that knee bend. See how you feel. Okay, to come out of it, slowly bend the knees. Reach all the way up, take a breath in. Exhale the arms down. Well done. Let's just move the wrists around again. Maybe give the palms a rub. Squeeze the wrists. Shake them out. And we'll start some sun salutations now. So standing at the top end of the mat, feet are together. Standing tall, just rock forwards and back again. Just check that the feet are really rooted down comfortably. Shoulders relaxed down. And that pelvis is in neutral alignment. Take a deep breath in, lift up. And exhale, fold. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale the left. Find your plank position. Just take a couple of deep breaths here. And lower the knees. Gently dip the chin and chest down first, and then tuck the tailbone under. Point the toes away. Squeeze those elbows in. Up, inhale into cobra. Exhale, roll your way through to downward dog. Stretch out the legs while we're here. Take some deep breaths. And then we'll inhale the right leg forward. Exhale the left. Inhale, lift all the way up to standing. Exhale the arms back down. Let's go to the other side now. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right. Find your plank, keep it strong. And you can always do this on the knees if your wrists are getting tired, or if there's any problems with your upper body strength. If you feel like you're getting tired, that's absolutely fine. We're going to dip down, chin and chest first, and then scoop up for cobra. And exhale, rolling through to downward dog. Stretch out those legs. As comfortable as you can here. Just stepping from foot to foot. Loosening up through the neck, shoulders, anything we need to do. Next in breath, we'll step the left leg forward. Exhale, right. Inhale, lift, leading with the chest. And exhale, bring the arms back down to your center. Well done. Second round, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg. And exhale the left. Now this time, once you're in your plank, try traveling forwards and back without the hips lifting or lowering. Just staying parallel to the floor, onto the tips of the toes, and then elbows tuck in. So if you need to drop the knees, do that. If you can hover, do that. And then scoop up to your stronger back bend. We're in our upward dog here. Just on the hands and the tops of the feet. And then draw the hips all the way back for downward dog. Quite a strong transition. If you need to put the knees down throughout that, that's totally fine. And you take a nice deep breath. We'll inhale and step the right leg forward. And then exhale, step the left leg in. Inhale, push all the way up. And exhale down. Onto the other side, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right. Again, find your plank, travel forwards and lower. So if you want to put the knees straight down, we're still a little bit further forwards, which is going to help you if you're coming into your upward dog, because we need to really drag the body forwards here to get that strong arch in the back. And then coming back to downward dog, maybe tucking the toes under and putting the knees down. However you feel you need to do it is fine. Nice deep breath. And inhale that left leg forward. Exhale the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms down. We're going to try one more round. We flow with every breath now, so no pauses. Inhaling up, exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, left. Inhale, forward in plank. Exhale, dip down. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, arms down. To the other side, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, right. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, dip down. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, right. Inhale, chair, or coming all the way up. We'll come into chair next round. Exhale, arms down. Well done, just take a moment to recover. So that chair pose there on the way up, it's an optional one if you want to do it earlier on, or we'll just start it on our next round. So if you like to feel that burn in the thighs, it's a good one to include as often as you like. Let's give it a go this time round. So inhale, lift up. And just hold it here, keep breathing though, and see if you can just add a little back bend. Breathing in and out, and squeezing the core in. So it's quite hard to continue breathing whilst you're in an extended position here. It's really good to strengthen the core, strengthen the back. Well done. When you're ready, slowly release all the way down. We're going to add that forward bend, and because you've done a strong back bend, you might want to take a little longer coming into your forward bend. Maybe just walk the hands down the legs, see how that feels, and then spend a little longer in that forward bend. Really trying to stretch down low and fold in close to your legs. So a little play around with it, maybe a bit of movement can help you. Maybe moving the hips a bit from side to side, maybe bending and straightening the knees. 2 more deep breaths here. And then we'll bring the hands up onto the shins. Inhale, extend forward. And exhale, release back down. Now we'll bend the knees, hands to the floor. We'll try and spring our way back to plank this time. If you don't like that, just walk the feet back. Come forward on the toes and dip down. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, downward dog. couple of times here. Always building up that flexibility through the legs. Okay, let's stay up on the toes this time. Bend the knees, look to the hands, lightly spring forward, try and land between the hands. Now, nice strong knee bend if we're coming into chair pose. So if you really don't like this, you can just push all the way up. And if you can stay here a little longer, try to stay nice and low. And again, as we did earlier in those squats at the beginning, see if you can lift your toes up a little. So, you know, the weight's dropping quite far back. Reach those arms away, look to the thumbs. Can you bring the palms together? Makes it stronger in the back. Well done. Slowly push your way back up to standing. Release the arms down. Fantastic. Next round, adding on this time. So inhale, lean back, and exhale, fold right the way down. Inhale, extend forward. Exhale, spring or walk to plank. We're coming forward and dipping down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, downward dog. So it's a little bit quicker to flow through it this time. Now we're going to lift the right leg up high. Bend that knee, tuck in and step between the hands. So try and drop the hips quite low here if we can. You can either keep the palms flat or come a little higher on the fingertips or the knuckles, whatever works for you, to be able to feel comfortable and have a little bit of room for your chest and your knee. Now we're going to lift your right arm up and rotate. Look up towards that hand if you can. And then bring it back down. We're going to try the same thing with the left arm now. And you might find you can push your right knee into your right arm for support. It's quite hard to get that stability. And release. Let's try that again. Inhale the arm up into your strong twist. Exhale it down. Inhale the other arm up. Opening the shoulders out and release. Just one more time to each side. Inhaling up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Well done. Step it back to downward dog. And hover forwards to plank. Lower down. Inhale, scoot up. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath. And we'll try the other side. So lift the left leg up. We'll bend that knee, tuck in, step through. Drop the hips nice and low. So this time the left arm is lifting, so we're turning towards that bent knee. Inhaling the arm up, looking towards the thumb. Exhale, bring it back down. And the other side, so again pushing your leg into your arm for support. Inhale, open the arm out to the side. Exhale it down. This side is much easier for me. You might find you've got one side better than the other as well. So inhale and lift. So it's good to identify those differences. Exhale it back down. The other side now. Inhale, lift. We're keeping that back heel lifted, by the way, and trying to keep the legs in the same position all the way through. Last time to each side. Inhaling up. Exhale, lower. Another arm. Inhaling up. Exhale, lower, step it back to downward dog. And hover forwards to plank. Lower down. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, up onto the toes. Exhale, spring to the hands. Bend those knees, if you dare, into your chair pose. Maybe bringing the palms together. And then squeeze your way back up to mountain pose. Well done. You might want to take a moment to recover here. Just shake out whatever you need to. Well done. Back into position. Second round. Inhale up and back. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, extend forward. And exhale, spring to plank. Come forward and dip. All in one out breath if you can. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath or two here. And then we'll lift the right leg up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the knee, tuck in and step through. Now try and keep a little bit of width between the feet, just as we did in our lunges earlier on. And then we're going to lift up to a high lunge position. And just maybe bend a little deeper if you can into that right knee. So we're really lengthening through the front of that left hip flexor. Good. Once you're in a stable position, just bring the arms to shoulder level. Now we're going to circle your left arm up, inhaling it up. Exhale, rotate it back and try and look towards the arm if you can. Bring it all the way to the start position and then change direction. Same arm, inhale it up behind you this time. Exhale, bring the arms back to the front. So the legs haven't moved. Let's try the other side. Inhale, lift it up, circle around, exhale it down and back to the center. Change direction, inhale up, twisting through the spine, lots of work in the shoulders, chest and back. Okay, once we're back to the center, we're going to lift up high, straightening both legs. Inhale, exhale, circle the arms all the way down as you bend again. Back to the start position. And now we're going to lift the arms up behind you. Again, stretching up as the arms reach up. Exhale them down. And then finally reaching to the floor, step back to your downward dog. Well done. So you may have found that quite hard to balance. There's a lot of work in the legs. Come forwards to plank and lower. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breather. Remember, if you need to, you can just drop the knees down, have a little rest in child's pose, and come to downward dog again when you're ready. So if you need to pause and rest, that's absolutely fine. Okay, when you're ready, we'll move on to the left side. So inhale, kick the leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, tuck in and step between the hands. So again, a little bit of width is going to help with your stability as you push up to the high lunge position. And again, just bend that left knee a little deeper if you can. Trying to get to a point where you can keep your body upright. So we're trying to keep the shoulders above the hips. Keep it nice and steady and then bring the arms to shoulder level. Relax the shoulders down. Right arm circles up and back first. So inhale it up, exhale, rotate all the way back. And right to the center again. Change the direction of that right arm, inhaling it up behind you. Exhale to the center. Other side, inhale up. Rotate it back, come to the start point, and the other side. Inhale, lift, exhale in front. Well done. Now we're going to straighten both legs. Inhale up, exhale, circle the arms around, bend deeper, back to your start point. Change direction, inhale up, straightening the legs, exhale, bend it down again. Release the hands to the floor and step back to downward dog. Well done. Take a breath. And come forwards to plank. Lower gently down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, up on the toes. Exhale, spring to the hands. Inhale to chair pose. And exhale, back to your mountain. Or you can just rest for a moment. Well done. Okay, shake it all out, do what you need to do. Maybe have a little sip of water if you need to. And then back to the top of the mat. So mountain pose, inhale up and back. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, extend forward. Exhale, spring back. Come forward, dip down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath, just if you need to. And then we'll inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bend, tuck in and step through. And then we'll lift up to our high lunge again. Now this time, I'm just going to step that left foot in a little. Release the arms all the way down. So both legs can be straight here, they're still slightly staggered, but both feet are facing forward. Now we'll start with the hands on the pelvis, lengthen the spine. When you pull in through your core, we're just going to fold gently forwards, so your body is parallel to the floor, and then push into the feet to lift you back up again. So on the way back up, there's a lot of work in your back as you push against gravity to lift back up to standing. And in both directions, you'll feel a lot of stretching to the back of that right leg. So we're lengthening the position here, and we're keeping it controlled as you lift back up. Now you can either carry on as you are, Or for a little bit more intensity, reach the arms level with your ears and continue with that same movement. So it's quite a lot harder with the weight of the arms to control. If that's too much, release the arms down again. And if you're getting really tired, you can rest your hands on the thigh instead. Now, we're just going to try one more time, but this time we're going to lower as far down as you can. So take your arm option. So we're going to go beyond that halfway mark and release all the way down. Maybe touching the floor if you can, or maybe holding onto the leg. If it's really intense, bend the back knee and you can rest on both legs. So there's always more and more we can do in any of these positions. If you're feeling okay here, you can manage that stretch. You can work on reaching towards the back leg and folding in so that your nose comes closer to your knee. One more breath wherever you might be. And to come out of it, we're just going to bend the knees, bring the hands down and step back to downward dog. Nice and easy. Well done. Come forwards to plank. Lower down. Inhale, lift. Remember to keep those elbows tucked in throughout that sequence. Exhale back to downward dog. And we'll try on the other side. So let's lift the left leg up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the knee, tuck in, step through, and lift up to our high lunge position. Now we're just going to step that back foot in a little. So both legs are straight. Release the arms down, and we'll try the same thing on this side. So start with the hands on the pelvis, core engaged, spine lengthened, gently tilt forward. So if you know that you've got problems with your lower back, this might be a little bit much for your back today. So if that's the case, you can hold on to the thighs, bend the knees a little, do what you need to do to feel supported. You can still get a really good stretch through the back of the legs. Good, so again, you might want to take that option of extending the arms. Really pull your core in tightly. We need that extra support for the back. One more, whichever option you're taking. Maybe you can just rest onto the leg if you need to. And then on this final go, this is where we're going to release all the way down, as low as your body will allow. Too far to reach to the floor, hold onto the leg, or maybe bend the knees onto the back leg. So just play around with it, see where you feel most comfortable, where you get the best stretch. And if you're feeling like you want the advanced option, you can aim to reach towards that back leg and bring your nose towards your knee. This is called pyramid pose, by the way. One more breath. As we release, just bend the knees, hands to the floor, step our way back to downward dog. Stretch out both legs evenly here. Hover forwards to plank. And lower. Inhale, lift. And if you want to keep it lower, you can. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, up on the toes. Exhale, spring to the hands. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, back to mountain. Very nice, well done. Have a little shake out, have a rest. We're going to try one more round. So, find your position. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, extend forward. And exhale, spring back to plank. Come forward, dip down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, let's lift the right leg up. Bend the knee, open the hips to the side, look under your right arm. Nice stretch down the side of the body. If you like, you can allow that leg to drop right the way down and lift the hips up into a back bend. You don't have to, it's up to you. Slowly bring that leg back in, and then we're coming to pigeon pose. So let's take that knee down by the right hand and slide the left leg a little further back if it will go. And just rearrange yourself, get as comfortable as you can. Maybe try a little bit of a sway from side to side, and then work on releasing your body down over that right leg, stretching around the outer hip and glute area. So if you just rest your head on your left hand or forearm, or bend the left knee in this position, and then see if you can reach back with your right hand, and you might just about be able to find your foot. That's going to give you a really strong stretch on the front of the thigh, so you can work on bringing that heel closer to your bottom while staying in that glute stretch. Slowly release, push your way back up, and then step back to downward dog. Forwards to plank, and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward dog. So we're going to try this on the other side. I need to make sure I've got enough room to the side of me here. So let's lift the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hips to the side, look under the arm, see how far you want to take that leg. So it might nicely drop down to the floor, and we can arch up into our back bend. Just take it wherever you want to. There's a lot of work in that supporting arm and shoulder, so you might find that shakes a little. Take your time to come back, and then we'll tuck that knee in. Find your pigeon pose. So the knee is down by the left wrist. Walk the right leg back a bit. Maybe bring the left foot up a little if it will go. Just get a nice deep stretch around this whole hip and glute area. So release forwards when you're ready. Just enabling gravity to do its thing and encourage a nice deep stretch. Quad stretch. When you're ready, you can just bend that right knee and then reach back with the left hand. Aim to find the foot. You might not be able to find it, that's okay. Just having the knee bent still gives you a good stretch. But if you can hold it, it's going to be quite a little bit stronger. Especially if you can manage to draw your heel closer to your bottom. Just do what you can manage. Gently release when you're ready. Push your way back to downward dog. We'll hover forwards to plank. And then slowly lower all the way down to the floor. We'll bend both knees, reach back for your ankles, flex the feet, and we're going to try and lift up into bow pose. So similar stretch for the front of the thigh. But we're really trying to kick the feet up, so you're feeling a lot of work in the muscles for the back of the body, so especially along the back, but also in the glutes and the hamstrings, so the back of the thighs and bottom. Lift a little higher if you can, one more breath. Slowly release, and just rest your head on your hands, let the feet release, and shake out the hips from side to side. Take your time to push up, and then we'll sit back into full child's pose. So that's taking the hands down by the feet, maybe taking the knees a little wider. So again, just find the position where you're most comfortable. Take a few deep breaths here, so we're stretching back in the opposite direction. And then gently release. Okay, we'll swing the legs forward now. So just sit up with your feet flexed and your knees pressing down towards the floor, and try and lengthen your spine. So as you push the legs down, it really helps to strengthen the upper body. Let's bring the arms to shoulder level. The shoulders are above the hips. Now if you find it really hard to keep your body upright here, if you find you're leaning back, try bending the knees slightly, and that should give you a little bit more of an upright position. I'm just going to slide one elbow to the side of your body and draw it right back and try and look back, and then bring it to the centre again. And the other side. Exhale as you twist. Inhale, bring the arm to the centre. And again each way. Try not to lose any height as you come to that twist. Keep lifting upwards, keep pressing the legs down. A couple more times to each side. Really squeeze the arm back as far as you can. Keep it sliding close to the side of your body. It's not splaying out. Last one to each side. And then we'll just reach forwards towards your feet and lower your head down a little. So we're getting a nice stretch down the back of the body. You can let the back round a little here. And just add a little bit of movement. Now if you want to take the feet a little wider, maybe just to the width of the mat, see how that feels when you're reaching forwards. You might find it slightly easier when we're at this angle for the hamstrings, a little bit more inner thigh working here. And then once you're comfortable with that, try bringing the feet in just a little closer. A little closer again. And then finally bring the feet right in together and see how that feels. So gradually encourage those muscles to stretch out nicely. Okay, last deep breath here. And as we come up, engage the core, lift the arms up, take a breath in. Exhale, release the arms down behind you. You're just going to lean back into your hands, point the toes, and lift the chest, look up. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, try lifting the hips up high, bring the big toes towards the floor. Slowly release down. We're going to try that twice more. You just have an option each time if you want to, either stay as you are, or try lifting a leg without the hips dropping. Rest between sides. Final one. Lifting up. Can we lift the other leg? Release gently down when you're ready. Very nice. Just lie down on your back and give the knees a hug. Make sure your head is comfortably rested on the floor. You just roll a little from side to side. Okay, then take the feet to the floor. Take your hands behind your head. Elbows out wide. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to lift one knee and take the opposite elbow across to touch and inhale back down. Other side now. Exhale across. Inhale down. Keep alternating sides. You can breathe out through your mouth on these more intense short moves. See if that helps you. So we're working the oblique abdominals as we twist. Around the sides of the waist. So we've got the front, the core and the sides all working hard here. Now if you feel you can work harder still, have your start point with the feet lifted off the floor and just extend one leg away at a time. You can rest down to the centre each time, or you can stay lifted and just switch directly from one side to the other, so we're taking out any sort of break in the middle of each side. You just do what you can. I'm not going to take many of these until we're tired. If you've still got energy to go, don't stop at the knee. Try and take the elbow towards the outside of the knee. Okay, as soon as you need to rest, you can just hug the knees in. Press the head back down. Well done. Again, a little sway from side to side. And then we'll just let the knees drop all the way down to one side. Hold them in place and extend the other arm behind you and turn to look towards that arm. Just stretching out through the sides now, releasing the muscles you were just working. And centre. And over to the other side, let the knees drop down, hold them in place, and extend the other arm behind you, looking over that shoulder. Your back when you're done. Have a big stretch, arms overhead, point the toes away. comfortable, separate the feet, shake them out and flop out. Have a little wiggle through the hips and the shoulders. Turn your head from side to side. And then close your eyes. And just come to a very still, comfortable, neutral position. Take a couple of deep breaths. And just let everything release. Scan through your body, notice if there's any areas that feel like they might still be holding on to any tension. And just focus on releasing with every out breath. Toes as you turn your head from side to side, opening your eyes again, just refocusing, and then slowly stretching out through your whole body. Really big stretch, and then hug the knees. Let's hold behind the thighs, lift your head and shoulders, and then we can take a gentle rock forwards and back along the spine. One or two more rolls. And then we'll lift all the way up to sitting. Well done. Just cross the legs, sit wherever you're comfortable. Maybe you might always want to try a sort of a half lotus position, maybe full lotus if you're comfortable with that. Finding a position where you can keep your spine upright. I'm just going to end with a nice deep breath in, lifting the arms up. And exhale the arms down. Well done, thank you very much. Good work. Hope you enjoyed that. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.